Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last video from Alison Moyet. And through her song Invisible, we talked about that feeling when you don't even really feel like you're around and no one really cares. So I trust you found that one encouraging. We're going on to a girl today who was born in 1965 in Reykjavik in Iceland. This girl is very eclectic, she's very original, and she's really not scared to be herself. She started her career at the age of 11 and rose to fame as the lead singer of the band The Sugar Cubes, which is a kind of alternate band. And she's a singer, songwriter, producer, actress, and she has some of the most amazing video clips, I reckon, going around. We're talking about Bjork. Now, between 1977, when she was the age of 11, to 2017, there have been 9 studio albums, 2 soundtracks she's been part of, 1 compilation album, 6 remix albums, 7 live albums. This shows that she can do a lot more than just studio work. 4 box sets, 3 collaborations, and 39 singles. It's estimated somewhere between 20 million and 40 million albums sold worldwide, so pretty significant in the scheme of things. This girl has really resonated with the world, and she's been in 4 movies. Bjork has been nominated 309 times for various awards and has won 137 of them. We've got the AIM Independent Music Awards and Film Music Awards. She's received 6 Brit Awards, awards in Denmark, Europe overall, British Design Awards, GAFFA Awards, awards from Italy, MTV. She's received the Order of the Falcon, which is pretty high up in Iceland, Order de Merit in France. She's also been acknowledged in Portugal, and it's just some of them. So very significant, very well regarded in Europe in particular. Bjork is, first of all, she's got a pretty incredible voice. So let's just start with that. And secondly, Bjork is Bjork. She has decided that she is going to be her own person. She's going to do her own thing, and she's going to put the boundaries of who she is as an individual to the absolute edges. And because of that, now, people around the world who look at Bjork are encouraged by her strength and her audacity and her ability just to rise above this world and be herself. And this is what makes her so compelling, and this is the reason why she is as popular as she is. Must admit, Bjork is not someone I know very much about, but seeing her video clips we'll get onto in a minute, I can see why she is so compelling and so loved worldwide. And so she's more than a singer, she's an artist. Because when she gets her videos in there and just tells the story in really, really quirky, amazing ways, you really just get captured for a ride. Bjork is also one of these things, from what I know of her, she's not scared to go to any extent to make a point. She's not scared to go to any extent to actually get the audiences to think, and she uses really confronting imagery to do that. Anyway, I was looking at the clips and thinking, well, these are pretty amazing, these clips. I thought the one I'd look at is Army of Me. Now, this is very much a clip around, in a tank, and wanting to make a point, wanting to wake her partner up and doing everything she can to actually get him to do that. Like to connect, to make a difference, to be together, to be one, all of that sort of thing. And so, we start the clip with the whole tank thing and setting the scene, and eventually, bit by bit, she gets more and more game. She ends up going to extreme lengths to get a partner to see and to feel even. It got me thinking about this concept of army. Really army is more than one person, right? An army is normally a group of people who are all got together for a common purpose. And so we think about the fact, well, we're not more than one person. We are one person, but hang on a minute. Are we more than one person? Let's think about all the personalities we've got. We've got the angry side of us. We've got the happy side for us. We've got the joyful side of us. We've got the loving side of us. We've got the intimate side of us. We've got the person who wants to stay in all the time and not go out for a while. We want a person who's the life of the party. We want someone who's in there, who is there as part of a group. Someone who's there on their own. Someone who might be involved in business, in their work life at some point, family life, some other point, and some other thing. You know, I think we'd all be honest to say that there are various aspects of us, and together it makes us who we are as an individual. And the amazing thing about self-discovery, I suppose, is we're always discovering new things about it. We think, oh, didn't know that was the thing. Or, gee, I didn't know I could be that resilient about something. Or, gee, I didn't know if I could be that loving and that happy about something. Gee, that was quite creative of me then. How did that even come out? And we discover more and more about who we are. Of course, there's a model called the Johari window, and that talks about the fact there are 4 components to our lives. There's the bit that only we know and nobody else does. There's the bit that other people know, but we don't. There's the stuff that everybody knows, and then there's the stuff that nobody knows. Now, surely we would want to know really about that box that nobody knows anything about. I mean, obviously, stuff that people know about us. Now, we can say that's like honest stuff. It's not like gossip. This is like the stuff that's actually true, but we don't realize ourselves. We'd want to know as much about that stuff and about the stuff that nobody knows as we could. Because the army, which may start off with one person, one personality, grows and grows and grows into the complexity of what we are as human beings. Now, the great thing about this particular song, Army of Me, is it takes all of Bjork, all of the character in this story, to actually break through to her guy. It was going to take more than just one person. It's going to take all of the elements of who she is to actually do that. But she realizes that, you know, there are many ways to actually make change. There are many personalities you can try many ways of attacking something to actually make a difference. If the first method doesn't work, well, we might have to try another method. If another method doesn't work, we need to try another method. If none of the methods work, we might need to start combining methods into an army to make that difference. And so I think the takeaway from Bjork today is she discovered the emerging person that she is, saying at the age of 11. I mean, what do you know at that age? But certainly as you go along 40 years down the track, she discovered more and more about who she is. And as she discovered more, she realised, hey, I like my originality, I like my quirkiness, I like my eclecticness, I like my variety of influences. That, you know, I'm not going to be restricted to one thing, because there's an army going on here, and all of us together make up who is Bjork. Bjork needs more than just one personality. She has multiple personalities, not in a medical sense, but just in the way that she can portray what she needs to do to bring out the complexity of who is Bjork. So yeah, good on Iceland for bringing out such an iconic girl in the world of music, that is for sure. And the world has really truly responded to her. So, down to the clips, we do have Army of Me. Now, 3 of these songs, the first 3 songs have actually come off the album Post of 1995. So, Army of Me, this is the official clip, and very much tells the story of what it takes to actually get what she wants, to get what she needs, to get connection with a fella. The amount of effort she goes to, it's not just like a bit of a conversation. She really pulls out all the stops to actually do that. So whereas at Do Re Mi a couple of times talked about man overboard, like, you know, I'm overboard because life is just tricky, this is on the other leg saying, hey, look, what am I going to do to make a difference? And I think there's a bit of elements of both of that in there. Of course, the other person needs to wake up and realise the stuff that's going on as well. So we've got Army of Me. Now, this could come because of the song I Miss You that came out, that also came off that Post album. This is a song very much about just realising that that person was really significant and just remembering the fact, oh, hey, I'm really missing you here. So it's a beautiful song, that one, about that. But no, if it is that, you know, things don't work, well, it could get into the It's So Quiet phase. Now, in typical Bjork fashion, we start off quiet and it goes into this full-blown jazz number, talking about quite a sad thing, but she brings out an amazing way of raising this issue a bit so quiet. Hey, what are you going to do about that? You're going to just talk about it being quiet all the time, or you can do something about it. And so that's a really compelling clip from Bjork, and these sort of clips is what makes her so compelling. We then got the song Virus by Ophelia of 2011. Now this is the official clip as well. Now this clip is absolutely amazing. It goes on for about 6 minutes, but you know what? It's very therapeutic as you watch it, because we all know what viruses have been like over the last 2 years. They kind of just seep their way into everything, and before you realise that what you're having, you've got a pandemic on your hands. Now, I suppose there's something right good about viruses as well, and that is, before I say that, of course, my thoughts to all those people who have died around the world because of this thing. Pretty horrible and yucky. A virus also seeps into everywhere, and I think what Bjork is trying to do here is to try and get into every aspect of somebody else's life, really try to understand it. And like a virus, I'm not going to actually stop until I get there. You know why? Because I love you. I want to get to know you, and I want to be with you, and all that sort of stuff. So that's a really beautiful image of how valuable Bjork places, the importance he places on relationships, and really trying to resonate and get the most out of the relationship as she can, or giving the most that she can as well. And whatever it takes to do that, whether it's an army or a virus or a big jazz number, all of the stuff goes together to make quite a compelling view Bjork has on relationships. So the links to those 4 clips are in the description below. You'll see what I mean by how compelling this girl is, and how compelling and why she has received the accolades she has. Bjork is Bjork. You'd almost put her in the distinctive category, because there's no one anywhere remotely like her. So those clips are all below. And I've also included my last video from Alison Moyet, so if you want to recap on her, feel free. Well, haven't we been getting a lot more engagement of late? Gee, it's really exciting to see this happening. We are getting up to the end, close to 300 videos in this series. So, you know, we're still discovering artists that we didn't quite remember at the time, going back to B. This is the way things happen sometimes. But I thought, given, you know, every now and then an artist just pops into your head and you think, now I've done this person or not, and you think, no, I haven't. You look her up and see how significant Bjork has been and think, well, she's got such a beautiful take on the world, so we've got to give her a bit of a go. So anyway, we're going to go on to another artist next time who was a bit of a revelation when she came out, Dido. So if you have hung around or come back for another one, thank you for everyone for being here, and just share the word of life reflections through music around. That'd be wonderful. So until we get on to Dido next time, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.